Welcome to Water World.
You've been there, haven't you? Dry land?
All that back there. Whoa! It's been raining all night long. You know, that same storm that most everybody else is getting. Oof, that door. Yeah, we're getting it right now. I came outside to do some stuff. I gotta try to make sure our gutters are clear because we're getting some water down in the basement. It has been crazy raining overnight into the morning here, just non-stop. There's actually a tiny break right now, so I'm gonna try to rush and get a bunch of stuff done out here. I gotta try to do what I can to make sure that water's flowing. I gotta clean the drain at the end of the driveway because the leaves are all over top of the drain. It's just a massive water puddle. I don't want an ice slick at the end of my driveway anytime soon now. So I'm gonna go run and do that real quick. I'll come back and we'll chat. Just new boot goofing.
Genuine ostrich, 3 payments.
What do you guys think, huh? I have never owned a pair of like winter waterproof boots before. And the other day when I was outside with the kids, Mr. Man goes, "Dad, are those boots?" And they weren't because I was putting on tennis shoes. That's all I got. I got like a pair of work boots, but I ain't gonna be wearing those out in the snow. They're work boots. So I never had them. And my wife stopped at the thrift shop the other day, found these boots for me, and I gotta tell you, I was pretty pumped to actually have some waterproof shoes now to wear outside, and just in time for all of this super crazy rain that we're all getting right now. So what great timing is that? Awesome come through for the wife. Score 1 for Team Wife. You know, she gets all the points anyways, but score 1 for Team Wife. All right, well, today's video, guys, is actually a collaboration video. 10 questions for homesteaders, and we were tagged by some good friends of mine that we've known for quite a while in our YouTube journey, Keto Country Homestead. Those guys are pretty awesome. I will drop links for them below. Just another great channel that I enjoy watching myself. So, with that being said, there are 10 questions, guys. I'm gonna try to bang this out and make it quick. So question number 1. What got you into homesteading? Well, for me personally, I've kind of talked about this before. It was, it's getting warm in here. It's a nice day outside, so it's actually kind of warm in here. It's just raining like crazy. But what got me into homesteading was lazy gardening. So I had this big garden in the yard, and you guys know I work a ton of hours. There's a couple years in a row where I averaged more than 77 hours a week. Yeah, that's a lot of hours, and that's taken a month's vacation I had. So I was always trying to figure out ways to minimize my time out in the garden, weeding, doing all that unnecessary stuff. And so I was looking into lazy gardening or ways to just, you know, make gardening easier and less work. And I came across this whole thing, Back to Eating, and Paul Gauchi. And when I found Paul Gauchi, I saw some videos on him, but then I saw a video that Justin Rhodes did while he was at Paul Gauchi, and then I started following Rhodes, and of course everybody kind of starts there, it seems like, but that really was like my introduction to any of this stuff. I had gardened, but I had never thought of it as a way to completely live, you know. So when I found him and I found his channel, what really drew it to me though wasn't just him and what they were doing, it was the family aspect of what homesteading was. I saw him spending every day with his kids all day, and I wanted that. I really want that. So when I seen that, that's what really inspired me. And then I found people like Jason at Soda Land. Oh, that's one of my absolute favorite channels. Or Mike Dixon, Rose at Wholesome Roots. Can't see it because I got this big coat on, but gotta love some Rose at Wholesome Roots. But there was like a lot of good family channels out there, and I didn't realize how awesomely family-oriented homesteading was until I started finding these videos on YouTube. So that is what got me into it, was the ideal of family time, being with your family a lot. I really like that aspect of it, and that's what's kind of turned me into it. I really want that. I crave that for my own life. Question number 2 is something I want to add to my homestead in 2020. And you guys know I've talked about it already. this is it, guys. This is my new sanctuary in progress. This is going to be where we have our own little apiary. We're going to set up hives. We are going to start beekeeping in 2020. I'm beyond excited about it because after I found Gouchy and got into this, the beekeeping was like the next thing that I found, and I really thought it was just very cool, and I really enjoyed that. And then I was like, I want to do that, but I had to start with all the other stuff first and build to it because I just don't have the time. We're getting closer to being more and more having time here, so really excited about starting these bees this year. This is gonna be, I know it doesn't look like much right now because it's a big giant mess, but come spring we're gonna be working on this area, fixing it up, and this is gonna be probably the most exciting thing I think I'm gonna have going on in 2020. I know I'm starting a garlic business, but I think this is like where my heart is really gonna be, is keeping bees, because I've always liked the ideal of it, and I've been wanting to do it for years and years now, and I'm finally gonna do it. I can't explain the feeling I have for it. So question number 3 is, what is the most difficult lesson you've had to learn in homesteading? And I know a lot of people say it's loss and all that kind of stuff. I don't have to deal with that because I don't have any livestock. So for me, that one's not even anywhere on my radar. For me, it would definitely be a time type management thing. I have very limited time. I might get an hour a day or something out in the yard if I'm home. If I'm out of town on a job, I have 0 time in the garden, so there's no time to do it. And then when I come home, I don't want to spend my entire day out here doing stuff. I want to be with my family. So for me, it's not only time management, but like finding that time to come out here and do the stuff that I need to do to build the garden and the whole process of growing enough food to try to can and all that stuff so that we can get to a more sustainable type of lifestyle where we have more freedom with our actual everyday lives and we don't have to send me to work all the time. So for me, it's just time management, but also finding that time. So question number 4 is, what is your favorite chore on the homestead? Well, I am a sower. I really enjoy sowing seeds. I've built all these wonderful beds out here and I fill them with seeds every spring in hopes of a glorious harvest. Sometimes I don't have the time in the spring to plant them, so they don't get planted, but I try my hardest. So I would say sowing seed is probably my favorite chore. I just like coming out here, being able to throw seeds in the ground and know that that seed has the potential to produce a ton of food that I can eat, that I grew myself, of just putting a seed in the ground and hope for a little water. The process of planting seeds and then developing into a plant that gives you fruit is just amazing to me. Now I'm sure when the bees hit the homestead, that'll probably become my favorite chore to do, but as of right now we don't have those, so I can't count them. So I am gonna say that sowing seeds is for sure it, but I got a feeling next year if you were asking me that same question, I would tell you it was tending to the bees. Alright guys, question number 5. What is your favorite thing to grow? Well, I guess the obvious answer is radishes. Come on. It's garlic, guys. Of course it's gotta be garlic. I can't be the garlic farmer and not have garlic be my favorite thing to grow. So the only answer I can logically give you here is garlic is my favorite thing to grow. Question number 6 is, what do you like most about the homesteading community? From what I've found, everybody is super friendly and open and wanting to help people out. I mean, I've met a ton of people who have given me awesome advice about things to do, even just things to grow, ways to do them, and it's just been awesome. It's been a help for me trying to streamline what I'm doing here to make it more efficient. So getting to the knowledge that these people are sharing in the community is just great. So the people and the knowledge they share is by far my favorite thing about the homestead community. And also I love the sense of family within actual families, but then within the whole community. There's a lot of people who will have your back no matter what, just because you live a very similar lifestyle to them. So question number 7 is, what is your favorite meal to make? Well, I would have to say I don't do a ton of cooking, but my favorite thing to cook when I cook is breakfast. I absolutely love making breakfast. Pancakes, biscuits, bacon, eggs. I love making breakfast. I could eat breakfast all day, every day of all meals of the day. Like, it's just amazing. There is nothing quite like the sound of some bacon crisping up in your little frying pan, or hopefully you're cooking it in a frying pan. That's the best way to do it. But I have a griddle too, and I cook it on the griddle. It works pretty good there, but I still think the pan's the best. But crisping up bacon is the amazing sound, and it's an awesome smell. If my house smelled like bacon all the time, I think I'd be all right with it. So for me, I think breakfast is my favorite meal to cook on the homestead by far. So question number 8 seems very fitting since we are taking down Christmas lights right now. Question 8 is, what is your favorite holiday? And as much as I like Christmas and enjoy Christmas, I would have to say my favorite holiday is actually Thanksgiving, because you get all the food without all the gift fuss. And let's all be honest, giving gifts is sometimes a difficult thing to do and hard. So, when you get to just eat all the same foods without doing that stressful part, how can you go wrong with that? So Turkey Day, because also football. Is your homestead where you intended to land, or are you looking to start somewhere else? This is a loaded question. So my wife and I, and the short version is that we bought this house in 2009, bottom of the market. We were making no money at the time either, so it was like a gamble, but we did it. We made it through. I have a thing where I would say, I just want to stay here because I don't ever want to have that, where you go buy another house. Especially the way the market is now, houses are so overpriced that I can't imagine buying a new house, especially with the experience we had with this one, and the luck that we got into is getting it as cheap as we did. So for me, I have a hard time wanting to move. We would like a place that had a finished basement because we have 3 kids. They can get rambunctious. We have winters. We don't have a finished basement right now. We have a basement, but it's a Michigan basement. It brick on the walls, a little cement on the ground. It leaks a little bit. It is a Michigan basement through and through. So if we could find a place that had a similar sized lot, or even more, probably like in town or really close to town, with a basement that was finished, I think we would jump all over it. The good thing about that would be that we could actually use this place as like a rental property to have some extra income, because that's something we're always thinking about, is how can we make extra income and do these things, right? So if we became landlords and rented this place out, I think that would be an awesome way to earn a little bit of revenue. There's a place around the corner from us, just down the street, guys, 4 acres, and it's got a good sized house. It's got a full finished barn that was like a semi, so it's tall, it can fit a lot of stuff in there. That property is amazing, and if it came back up on the market, I would definitely think about going to look at it. That also might mean, continuing working a lot harder for a lot longer, which I'm trying to get to the point where I can retire early, or at least, maybe work part-time throughout the year instead of a full-time in the year. But we will see what the future holds. For now, I would say we are uncertain if this is our forever home, or if we will, look for something down the road here. So, all right, so question number 10, guys, the last question. What are some homesteaders that you follow and are inspired by? And there is a vast array of homesteaders that I follow. Like I said, I got into the wormhole of homesteaders and found out all this stuff, family and all that, so I ended up finding a lot of channels I really enjoy. And when I started my channel, I communicated with a few other people that I would see their videos, and so I have like a small group that is like I consider personal friends that I chat with, that I interact with daily, maybe not daily, but we interact quite a bit, so there's little goofy messages or congratulations on milestones that happen. We watch each other's videos all the time, so there is a small group of people that I dedicated to, because that's who I came up with, and that's who I was growing relationships within the community. So I definitely have like a set group that is my group that I watch, and they all know who they are. Like, I do follow some bigger ones. I really enjoy Soda Land and The Fit Farmer. Those 2 guys are just awesome. I really like everything they do. Love the family aspect that they bring to it, and the knowledge that Mike gives when it comes to the market garden and stuff. I love it. Jason is an incredible builder. If one day I could just have like the talent in his left arm, that's all I'm asking for. Jason, can I have the talent in your left arm? That's all I need. And I could probably do some much better stuff around my homestead. So, but it's a learned skill, right? So I'm working toward learning it. I've never really been like a builder. You know, I program robots, so I'm more of a thinker, I guess, you know, coder. So the building stuff, I've never been super good at, but I am definitely seeing improvements in my own projects and stuff I do. But there are some other guys, you know, I mentioned earlier, I follow like Wholesome Roots, Roots and Refuge. Jess was amazing early on in our channel, gave us an amazing what do you say, recommendation in one of her videos about what we were doing. She saw something we did and she really liked it, and you know, wanted to share that with other people. So that was amazing. So you meet awesome people like that that share a common interest with you. For my channels that I'm tagging, guys, in this collaboration are some channels that I've been watching since I started this. Farm in Our Backyard. They're a really sweet couple. You guys would love them. They also planted a lot of garlic, but not nearly as much. Inside joke, I know. But Farm in Our Backyards, I'm gonna tag them. I'm also gonna tag the Broke Urban Farmer. Broke Urban Farmer, I know, we dropped the. It's like Facebook in that movie. Just drop the. But Broke Urban Farmer, he's really cool. I like my fellow urban farmers, you know, I really appreciate everybody who's trying to do this stuff in the city lots. I hope I inspire some of these people, and I hope to be inspired by others, and that we can inspire a whole lot of people to try to start gardening in their backyard. So that's the second channel I'm going to tag. The third channel I'm going to tag is Crystal's Texas Garden, and we've gone way back. We've done collaborations before, so you guys probably even know her, or if not, go check out her channel. She does a lot of like roof stout gardening, so she has a lot of really good informational videos about that. So definitely a good knowledge source when it comes to the roof stout gardening method. So check out Crystal. And that is the end of the video, guys. I'm out of here. I gotta go inside, play with the kids. Remember, be bold, grow bold. We'll see you in the very next video.